Okay, so millions of people are dealing with chronic pain. And, it makes sense if you're looking for ways to find relief that go beyond just medication. Our listeners have sent in a ton of sources all about natural pain management, and we're diving deep into 10 of them today. I mean, we're talking everything from how moving your body can actually help ease those aches to, harnessing ancient wisdom, and even how what you're putting on your plate can play a role.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack here. And some of it might surprise you. Have you ever thought about like a breathing technique as pain relief?
It's so interesting how we separate mind and body when we talk about pain. A holistic approach, acknowledges that connection. Our emotions, what we do every day, even our surroundings, all of these things feed into how we experience pain.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, so first up, this idea of movement as medicine seems kind of counterintuitive when you're already hurting, right? I mean, who wants to exercise when they have a bad back?
Yeah, it acts counterintuitive, but think about it this way. Exercise is like hitting the endorphin button in your brain. Those are your natural painkillers, and getting them flowing can make a huge difference. Plus, movement improves your blood flow, bringing all those nutrients and oxygen to those sore spots. And then over time, stronger muscles, they can actually help protect those vulnerable joints.
Okay, so we're not talking about intense workouts here, right?
Right.
What kind of movement are we thinking about?
Think gentle, low impact. Your sources mentioned swimming, which is awesome because it takes the pressure off your joints. Tai Chi, which combines gentle movement with mindfulness. Even just walking can be a game changer, especially for things like arthritis and fibromyalgia.
Interesting. Okay, so from getting our bodies moving, let's move to what we're putting into our bodies. Food. Can what we eat really have an impact on our pain levels?
It's a connection a lot of people miss. You see, chronic pain often involves inflammation, and certain foods can either, fan the flames or help put them out.
Right. You mentioned an anti-inflammatory diet before. What does that actually look like on someone's plate?
Imagine lots of vibrant colors. Those deep-colored berries? They're packed with antioxidants. Leafy greens, bringing all those nutrients. And then there's turmeric, the golden child of anti-inflammatory foods. Its active ingredient, curcumin, is like a powerhouse.
Right, so that's what we should be eating.
Oh.
What about the foods to avoid? The ones that might actually make the pain worse?
Yeah, the usual suspects. Processed foods, sugary treats, anything with all those unhealthy fats, they can really ramp up inflammation in the body, which is the opposite of what we're going for.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we're moving from the kitchen to, almost like a pharmacy. Herbal remedies and supplements. Some of these you probably heard of.
Definitely. Ginger, something most people have in their spice rack, is a star player here. It's been used for centuries for its anti-inflammatory properties, and studies are showing it can be as effective as ibuprofen in some cases. And of course, there's turmeric, which we just talked about.
Right, and your notes mentioned a few others as well. Boswellia, magnesium, even CBD oil.
Yes. Boswellia, or frankincense, as it's sometimes called, is known for supporting joint health and reducing pain. Magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation and can really help with nerve pain, which can be really tough to manage. And then there's CBD oil extracted from hemp. It's been generating a lot of buzz lately for its potential pain-relieving and anti-inflammatory properties, although more research is still needed.
Right, this next one is intriguing. Acupuncture and acupressure. These ancient practices seem to be getting more and more scientific support.
What's fascinating is that idea that stimulating specific points on the body can actually restore balance and energy flow, which in turn can lead to pain relief. There's increasing evidence that this isn't just placebo effect. There are actual physiological changes happening.
And it's not just for back pain, right?
No, not at all. Acupuncture has been studied for osteoarthritis, migraines, even lower back pain. And for people who aren't big fans of needles, acupressure, which uses finger pressure on those same points, can be surprisingly effective.
Okay, now for someone that just sounds incredibly relaxing, massage therapy?
Massage is more than just pampering yourself. It's a legitimate pain management tool. I mean, think about it. It releases those tight muscles, increases blood circulation, and it even lowers those stress hormones, which, believe it or not, can make pain feel even worse.
I've heard there are different types of massage. What are some of the key ones for pain management?
Well, there's deep tissue massage, which goes well deep, working out knots and tension. Myofascial release focuses on the fascia, that connective tissue that surrounds your muscles. And then there's trigger point therapy, which targets those specific spots that can refer pain elsewhere in the body. It's pretty amazing how interconnected everything is.
Yeah, it really is. All right, time to tap into the power of the mind. Mind-body techniques. Is this something that can really help with chronic pain?
Well, think of it this way. Chronic pain often creates a cycle of stress and anxiety, which in turn amps up those pain signals. Mind-body practices can help us break that cycle.
So things like meditation, deep breathing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. Meditation, even for a few minutes a day, can actually change how your brain processes pain signals. And deep breathing techniques like the 4-7-8 method can quickly calm your nervous system and relax those tense muscles. It's like a mini vacation for your mind and body.
Awesome. All right, next up is something I think we can all relate to. Temperature. Whether it's a hot bath or an ice pack, it's something we kind of instinctively use for pain. Is there actually science behind this?
Absolutely. Heat therapy, whether it's a warm bath, a heating pad, or a hot water bottle, helps relax muscles and increases blood flow to those areas, bringing all those healing nutrients along for the ride. Cold therapy, on the other hand, reduces inflammation and can actually numb those pain signals, making it great for acute injuries.
So it's not just about what feels good. There's a reason why these things work.
Oh,
Okay, let's talk about the foundation of our bodies, the spine. Chiropractic care is all about alignment.
the basic principle is that misalignments in your spine can throw off your whole system, leading to pain in your back, neck, head, even your joints.
So chiropractic adjustments are about correcting those misalignments. Does that actually lead to lasting pain relief?
Well, it's not a one-time fix, but by restoring proper function and movement in the spine, it can have a ripple effect, relieving pain and improving your overall well-being. It's about addressing the root cause, not just masking the symptoms.
Right, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one appeals to my sense of smell. Aromatherapy and essential oils. They're more than just nice scents, right?
Essential oils are like concentrated plant powerhouses. They contain specific compounds that can have therapeutic effects, including pain relief.
Oh, I love the scents of lavender and peppermint. Do those have pain-relieving properties?
Lavender is amazing for easing tension headaches and promoting relaxation. Peppermint, on the other hand, has a cooling effect that can soothe those sore muscles. You can diffuse them, apply them topically diluted in a carrier oil, or even add a few drops to a warm bath for a truly multisensory experience. And then there's eucalyptus, which is great for joint pain.
Yeah.
And ginger, which has that warming effect that can be helpful for muscle stiffness.
All right, last but not least, let's dive into something that sounds incredibly soothing. Hydrotherapy. I'm imagining myself floating in a warm pool. Tell me more.
Hydrotherapy uses the unique properties of water to ease pain and improve mobility. The buoyancy of water takes pressure off your joints, allowing for gentle movement and exercise. Warm water relaxes muscles and increases circulation, while the added pressure from hydromassage can target specific areas.
So from warm baths and gentle aquatic exercise to targeted hydromassage. It sounds like there's a lot to explore here.
Absolutely. And it's incredibly accessible. Most people have access to a bathtub or a local pool.
So there you have it. 10 natural ways to tackle pain and improve your quality of life. This is just the tip of the iceberg though, right?
It is. We've laid the groundwork, but now let's see how these natural approaches can be used to address specific pain conditions. That's where it gets really interesting.
I can't wait to dive into that. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into natural pain relief. We'll be back in a flash. Welcome back to the deep dive. So in part 1, we explored this whole range of natural approaches to managing pain, everything from movement and diet to ancient practices and even the power of scent. I mean, it's amazing how much is out there beyond just, popping a pill.
It really is. And what's even more fascinating is how these natural remedies can be tailored to address specific types of pain. So let's get into that now.
Perfect. Let's start with something that plagues so many people, back pain. What are some of the go-to natural remedies for finding relief?
Well, we talked about chiropractic care earlier, which can be incredibly effective for realigning the spine and addressing those underlying structural issues, but there's so much more we can do.
I've heard yoga can be really helpful for back pain. Is there any truth to that?
Absolutely. Yoga is amazing for strengthening those core muscles, which act like a natural support system for your back. It also improves flexibility, which can ease tension and pressure on the spine. And let's not forget the stress-busting power of deep breathing and mindfulness that yoga incorporates. It's a win-win-win.
So which yoga poses are particularly good for back pain?
Poses like cat-cow, downward-facing dog, and child's pose are great for gently stretching and strengthening the back muscles, and twists like the supine twist can help release tension and improve spinal mobility. It's about finding what feels good for your body.
Okay, now let's move up a bit. Neck pain. I think most of us can relate to that, especially with all the time we spend hunched over computers and phones.
It's a modern day epidemic, and those tight, achy neck muscles can radiate pain up into the head and down into the shoulders, in addition to chiropractic care, which can address any misalignments in the cervical spine. Massage therapy can be incredibly helpful for releasing those tight muscles.
Right, those targeted techniques like trigger point therapy can really work wonders on those knots.
They really can, and sometimes the simplest things can bring relief. Applying heat to the neck can relax muscles and increase blood flow, while cold therapy can reduce inflammation and numb pain signals.
And I bet being mindful of our posture throughout the day could prevent a lot of neck pain in the first place.
Absolutely. Ergonomics plays a huge role. Making sure your workspace is set up to support good posture can make a world of difference. Think about your computer screen height, keyboard placement, and even how you hold your phone. Little changes can add up to big relief.
Speaking of pain in the head, let's talk about headaches, from tension headaches to migraines. They can be truly debilitating. Are there any natural remedies that can help?
Headaches are complex, but thankfully there are natural approaches that can provide relief. Acupuncture has shown promising results, especially for migraines. It's thought to work by regulating neurotransmitters and reducing inflammation in the brain.
So tiny needles can actually calm those intense migraine symptoms.
It's pretty incredible. And for tension headaches, which are often triggered by stress, those mind-body techniques we talked about can be incredibly helpful things like meditation, deep breathing, and even progressive muscle relaxation can help release that tension and calm the nervous system.
I bet massage therapy could also play a role in relieving tension headaches, right?
Absolutely. Working on those tight muscles in the shoulders, neck, and even scalp can make a big difference. And aromatherapy can also be very soothing for headaches. Lavender oil in particular is known for its relaxing and pain-relieving properties. Diffusing it or applying a diluted blend topically to your temples or the back of your neck can be really calming.
Okay, let's move down to the joints. Now, arthritis in particular affects so many people and can really impact their quality of life. What can natural remedies offer for joint pain and stiffness?
Arthritis is often characterized by inflammation in the joints, so following an anti-inflammatory diet is a great place to start. Focus on those colorful fruits and veggies, healthy fats like those found in fatty fish, and of course spices like turmeric and ginger.
So it's not just about avoiding certain foods, it's about actively incorporating foods that can help fight inflammation.
Exactly. And when it comes to supplements, turmeric and ginger can be beneficial for joint pain, but just as important as what you put in your body is how you move it. Gentle exercise is crucial for maintaining joint flexibility, and strength swimming and Tai Chi are fantastic options because they're low impact and don't put excessive stress on the joints.
Are there any topical remedies that can be applied directly to those achy joints?
Absolutely. Capsaicin cream, which is derived from chili peppers, can be applied topically to reduce pain signals. It might sound counterintuitive to apply something that causes a burning sensation to an already painful area, but capsaicin actually depletes a neurotransmitter called substance P, which is involved in transmitting pain signals.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's switch gears now and talk about nerve pain conditions like neuropathy can cause burning, tingling, and even numbness. What are some natural approaches that can help manage this type of pain?
Nerve pain is notoriously difficult to treat, but there are some natural remedies that can offer relief. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health, and many people with neuropathy are deficient in this crucial nutrient, so supplementation can be really helpful.
I've also heard that alpha-lipoic acid, an antioxidant, can be beneficial for nerve pain.
Yes. Alpha-lipoic acid is thought to protect nerves from damage and improve nerve function, and for more localized relief, topical treatments like lidocaine patches or creams can help numb the area and reduce pain signals.
All right, let's move on to another type of pain that many women experience: menstrual cramps. Are there any natural ways to find relief during that time of the month?
Menstrual cramps are caused by the uterus contracting to shed its lining, and those contractions can be quite painful. Heat therapy is a simple but effective way to ease those cramps. Applying a heating pad or taking a warm bath can relax the muscles in the uterus and reduce those painful spasms.
I know some women swear by herbal teas for menstrual cramps. Are there any particular ones that are helpful?
Chamomile and ginger tea are both great options. Chamomile has calming properties, while ginger can help reduce inflammation and pain. And when it comes to supplements, magnesium can help relax muscles and reduce cramping, while evening primrose oil can help regulate prostaglandins, which are hormone-like substances involved in pain and inflammation. It's all about finding what works best for your body.
And what about those mood swings and irritability that can come along with PMS? Can natural remedies help with that too?
Absolutely. Those emotional symptoms are often linked to hormonal fluctuations, and mind-body techniques like meditation and deep breathing can be incredibly helpful for managing those ups and downs. And regular exercise can also play a role in balancing hormones and improving mood. It's amazing how interconnected everything is.
Okay, one last condition I want to touch on, fibromyalgia. It's a complex disorder that causes widespread pain fatigue and a whole host of other symptoms. What can natural remedies offer in terms of managing this challenging condition?
Fibromyalgia is truly a puzzle, as it involves multiple systems in the body, and the experience varies from person to person, but that doesn't mean natural remedies can't make a difference. It's about finding what works for each individual.
So where do you even begin with a condition as complex as fibromyalgia?
Gentle exercise is a great starting point. Activities like yoga, tai chi, and swimming can help improve flexibility, reduce pain, and boost energy levels without putting too much stress on the body.
Sleep is also so important for everyone, but especially for those with fibromyalgia. I know many people with this condition struggle with sleep disturbances.
Sleep is crucial for healing and repair, and unfortunately, sleep problems are common with fibromyalgia. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine, avoiding caffeine and alcohol before bed, and ensuring a dark, quiet sleep environment can make a big difference.
And what about those mind-body techniques we talked about earlier? Could they be helpful for managing the stress and anxiety that often accompany fibromyalgia?
Absolutely. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and even guided imagery can help reduce stress, promote relaxation, and improve coping skills. And massage therapy can be beneficial for easing muscle tension and promoting a sense of well-being. It's about finding those tools that help you manage the day-to-day challenges and improve your overall quality of life.
It sounds like there's a lot of overlap in the natural remedies that can be helpful for different pain conditions.
Definitely, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about finding what works best for you and your individual needs.
And of course, working with a healthcare professional who can guide you and ensure that these natural approaches complement any other treatments you may be receiving.
Exactly. A collaborative approach is always best.
We've covered a lot of ground in this part 2, exploring how natural remedies can be used to address specific pain conditions. In part 3, we'll wrap up our deep dive with some key takeaways and inspiring thoughts to leave you feeling empowered on your pain management journey. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've journeyed through this whole landscape of natural pain relief options, and I have to say it's been pretty inspiring to see just how much is out there beyond those conventional approaches.
It has been a fascinating exploration for sure. From movement and food to ancient practices and essential oils, we've covered a lot of ground. And in part 2, we even delved into how those natural remedies can be tailored to address specific pain conditions, which is where the real magic happens.
Right. So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's take a moment to reflect. What are some of the biggest takeaways? What's really resonated with you throughout this whole exploration?
I think one of the most profound realizations is that pain is such a complex experience. It's not just a physical sensation, It's deeply intertwined with our thoughts, our emotions, our lifestyle choices, and even our environment.
Right. It's like pain is this multifaceted puzzle.
Yeah.
And we need to kind of address all those pieces to really find true relief. And that kind of leads to another important takeaway. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. What works wonders for one person might not do a thing for another.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so crucial to listen to your body, explore different options, and find what really resonates with you. It's about becoming your own pain detective, in a way, experimenting with different approaches and seeing what brings relief.
And that takes patience, right? Mm-hmm. Natural remedies often work gently and gradually. They're not a quick fix. It's about making those sustainable changes that support your overall well-being.
It's a journey, not a destination. And along the way, it's essential to embrace the power of self-care. We've talked about all these tools and techniques, but ultimately it's up to each individual to really take charge of their health and well-being.
And that's where the real empowerment comes in, right? It's about recognizing that you have choices and that you can play an active role in managing your pain. It's not about just passively accepting pain as an inevitable part of life.
Exactly. It's about shifting from feeling like a victim of pain to becoming an empowered advocate for your own health. It's about partnering with healthcare professionals to create a holistic plan that addresses your unique needs and incorporates these natural approaches alongside any other treatments that you may be receiving.
So as we bring this deep dive to a close, here's a thought-provoking question for our listeners to ponder. If pain is a message from your body, what is yours trying to tell you? What wisdom is it offering?
Perhaps it's a signal to slow down, to prioritize rest, to nourish yourself with those nutrient-rich foods, or to pay attention to your emotional well-being. Or maybe it's an invitation to explore new ways of moving your body, connecting with nature, or simply being present in the moment.
It's fascinating to think of pain as a guide, a teacher, rather than just an enemy to be conquered.
Exactly, and by listening to its messages, we can embark on this journey of healing and discovery, uncovering a path to a life with less pain and more joy, vitality, and well-being. The possibilities are truly endless, and the journey itself can be incredibly rewarding.
So to all our listeners out there, embrace the power of natural remedies. Listen to your body's wisdom and embark on your own unique path to pain relief and lasting well-being. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.